What if I told you that one US president entered office hoping to heal a divided nation, but instead presided over its greatest crisis? Meet James Buchanan, America's 15th president and the only commander-in-chief who never married. His story is one of political experience, personal conviction, and ultimately historical controversy. James Buchanan was born on April 23, 1791, in a log cabin in Cove Gap, Pennsylvania. His father, James Sr., was a successful merchant and farmer who had immigrated from Ireland. The Buchanan family valued education, and young James proved to be an exceptional student. After graduating from Dickinson College in 1809, Buchanan studied law and was admitted to the Pennsylvania bar in 1812. He quickly built a thriving legal practice in Lancaster, becoming one of the wealthiest lawyers in the state. But tragedy struck early in his personal life. His fiancée, Anne Coleman, died suddenly in 1819 under mysterious circumstances. Buchanan never married, making him America's only bachelor president. Buchanan's political career began in 1814 when he was elected to the Pennsylvania House of Representatives. Initially a Federalist, he later joined the Democratic Party as political landscapes shifted. His career was marked by steady advancement through various positions. He served in the U.S. House of Representatives for a decade, then became minister to Russia under President Andrew Jackson. Upon returning, he was elected to the U.S. Senate, where he served for over 10 years. His diplomatic skills earned him the position of Minister to Great Britain under President Franklin Pierce. This extensive experience in both domestic and foreign affairs made Buchanan appear to be the ideal candidate to lead a nation growing increasingly divided over slavery. By the 1850s, America was fracturing over the expansion of slavery into new territories. The Democratic Party nominated Buchanan in 1856. Partly because his time abroad as minister to Britain meant he had avoided taking strong public positions on the most divisive domestic issues. Buchanan defeated Republican John C. Fremont and Know-Nothing candidate Millard Fillmore, winning the presidency at age 65. He entered office believing that strict adherence to the Constitution and compromise could preserve the Union. Buchanan's presidency was immediately tested by the Dred Scott Supreme Court decision in 1857, which ruled that Congress could not prohibit slavery in federal territories. Rather than remaining neutral, Buchanan privately influenced the court and publicly endorsed the decision, alienating Northern Democrats. His troubles multiplied with Bleeding Kansas, violent conflicts over whether Kansas would enter the Union as a slave or free state. Buchanan supported the pro-slavery Lecompton Constitution, further dividing his own party and the nation. Economic problems added to his woes. The Panic of 1857 triggered a severe recession, and Buchanan's limited government philosophy prevented him from taking aggressive action to address the crisis. As Southern states began seceding after Abraham Lincoln's election in 1860, Buchanan found himself paralyzed. He believed secession was illegal, but also thought the federal government had no constitutional authority to prevent it by force. During his final months in office, 7 Southern states seceded and the Confederate States of America was formed. Buchanan attempted various compromise measures, but his indecision and constitutional rigidity prevented effective action. He handed over the presidency to Lincoln in March 1861, leaving behind a nation on the brink of civil war. Buchanan retired to his Pennsylvania estate, Wheatland, where he spent his remaining years defending his presidential actions in his memoir, Mr. Buchanan's Administration on the Eve of Rebellion. He died in 1868, just as the nation was beginning Reconstruction. Modern historians consistently rank Buchanan among America's worst presidents. His failure to address the secession crisis decisively and his inability to hold the Democratic Party together contributed to the nation's slide towards civil war. However, some scholars argue that Buchanan faced an impossible situation with no good options, and that his strict constitutional interpretation, while inadequate for the crisis, reflected genuine beliefs about limited federal power. James Buchanan's presidency reminds us that good intentions and extensive experience don't always translate to effective leadership. Sometimes history demands decisive action over constitutional theory and courage over compromise. His legacy serves as a lesson about the importance of presidential leadership during national crises.